Hello, my name is Anna. Welcome to another English lesson. Welcome to Creative English course. Our goal here is to reach creativity and to develop it. Our creative exercises are sure to help us in that. We will adopt sentences with phrases and we build up texts that make sense with these sentences. This is our task for today as well. Let's do this. The phrase to start off with is if it comes to that. So this is just the phrase, just if it comes to that, then you can move forward. So this means that, so for example, when something happens and there are certain conditions, you understand that there's now any sense to get restrained and not to go even further. When it's like that now, then you can easily move forward and to even proceed with development that situation to some next stage. And so this is how that can be expressed with words. The next phrase is similar background. So that's about people who have education and upbringing that are very much alike. So they come up from families that are on the same level and they get the same quality or education, and so it's not the same, but they will like the same quantity or the same quality or the same level, similar. The next phrase to consider is a hothouse flower. So this is a plant that's grown in a hothouse. So it wouldn't be so easy for that plant to grow in the wild because in hothouse there is always the same conditions that are required for that particular plant, and in the wild there's no such conditions usually. And another phrase is thorny weed. So that's about a plant that's not cultivated, and besides it has bones that can hurt you. And so you see, it's just like about a general person, and they the disadvantage is that they actually don't know reality because they have always been protected from everything, overprotected. And a thorny weed. So these kind of people, just they grew up in such conditions when just there's always adventures and there's always a challenge that they need to solve and something there's always something to overcome and uh, there are things that happen to them that even make them not so easy to communicate with. It's difficult to communicate with them, really. So that's why they are called like that. And of course, it's no good comparing people to plants. They are basically different, but it's easy to give certain kind of people a characteristic when you make these analogies because it works in an interesting way. So these are our phrases to work with today. Our task is now to come up with the text. So I came up with something specific. It's just if it comes to that, it is not possible for Tony Wade and Hellhouse Flower to have a similar background, but lots of amazing stories usually happen to people, and there is nothing impossible under the sun. Now it's your turn. You're welcome with your examples, and I'll see you in the next lesson.